So today I've been getting ready because I gotta head on out and I gotta go do some work. I put a secondary fence around the cherry tree. Because last time I left, the deer were able to get to it because I had to create a little opening in the other fence. So I put a second fence around it. So that way the deer should stay away from it now. But I gotta leave for a while again. I got a couple of training camps I gotta go teach. And then we got some family gathering stuff. So I'm gonna be traveling all across the country again. Oh, check this out. See him? See the hummingbird? Let's see if his buddy comes around and chases him out. I don't even know if they're really buddies. Oh. Those guys are pretty funny. So it's probably gonna rain while I'm gone. Flip that so it doesn't just catch and hold rain in it. And I'll do the same thing with this guy. I want to step on a staple later. I'm gonna move my trees, my other potted trees, up onto the deck. I don't know if the deer are gonna come over here by the garden. I don't care if they get the garden, but I don't want them to get my trees, so. Let's see. Oh. Do that. Here. Want to see this little frog guy? Look at that little guy. Oh. you guys together. You're not leaning over there. Should probably get you a stake. Probably stake you up a little bit. Oh, yeah. I got that's a little heavier than that. How's this? Did I fill this? No, I could put a little more in there. Down right about there-ish. All right. I gotta find something. Oh, I got it. Could just use these guys. Gotta find something heavy enough to hold these roofing sheets down, but not too heavy where it'll damage them. This will be fine. This will be enough. Lizard over here. See, I don't know if I can get him. There he is, hanging out. Oh, he don't like me coming too close to him. What are you doing, buddy? What are you doing? How close are you gonna let me get to you before you run? What? Oh, you don't mind. Look at him watching me. He ain't watching me, he's watching you. Okay, I got some more nectar that is cooling off to refill the hummingbird feeder. I'm gonna probably get a few more of those once I build the roof on the front deck. I'll hang one over there. I want to hang one over here in the orchard. That's when I get the trees planted, and hang one in the garden or by the training area when I'm building that stuff. So this is kind of what it's like right before I'm leaving for a while, for a month or so. I got a couple training camps. I got to go all the way out to the West Coast, and then I got to go to teach, and then I got to go back to the Midwest to teach, and then I go to the Appalachia for some family stuff, and then I come back home. Actually, while you're watching this, I'm probably already back home because I try to do that, you know. I don't always like it when it's like everybody knows, you know, exactly where I am or what, even though it's pretty easy to know because of my work stuff, those that know. But this is it. I just kind of have to make sure that I have everything kind of protected. Mostly, I don't care if I like miss something, like that doesn't really matter. I got the compost covered with extra carbon. All of my roofing sheets. This roofing right here, this is going to be for like a shed, a fitness shed for like my in the training area. That's where I'll keep like my workout stuff, my kettlebells, my dumbbells, my sandbags, all that stuff. Kind of keep them protected by the elements, but then they'll be able to stay by the training stuff. Blue jay flying. letting everyone know he's coming and going. The other roofing sheets over here, that's for the front porch roof. So those aren't going to blow away, and I don't know what's going to happen, you know? That's the thing. It's like you don't know what's going to happen here when you're not here. You know, I don't know if it's going to be crazy winds and rains and all that stuff. So I try to like make sure that the necessary stuff is protected for the unknown while I'm gone. I don't know. I mean, the deer can technically get on the deck and eat the trees. I don't think they will. I mean, it's pretty close to the cabin. I don't think they're going to do that. They could. We're going to find out. Hope not, but if they do, then it is what it is. But yep. My final sweep around. Final sweep around the island. I do have a watermelon I want to pick. I don't know if they're going to be quite ready yet though, but I know they'll be ready and maybe past ready if I leave them. And I rather pick them and they weren't quite ready than come back and then they're just spoiled. My guess is they really kind of need like 2 more weeks. Maybe a week, 2 more weeks. But then by the time I get back, they're going to be no good. Or because I'm gone, I do, you know, there are raccoons over here and stuff. They might get them. Well, then I guess someone could enjoy them. But I don't, you know, want the raccoons. There's other like little ones in here that will be good when I get back. That have a lot of time. They got another 4 to 6 weeks on them anyway. So some of the other ones. So I guess it's not that big of a deal. But so this year's garden, I did as minimal as I could to it, and I just wanted to see what would happen. This year's garden was just an experiment. Here's some radish flowers. Yeah, I want some of these to seed so that, right? I got my mint flowers. I want these guys to, I want them to seed. But yeah, I just kind of did minimum, just so that, you know, I can kind of see what the cycle naturally just kind of does on this stuff. That's why I got like different variety of things. Definitely learned that I planted too late out here. I didn't know. I was reading the back of certain packets and stuff like that when I was planting, going by the suggestion of that, and but it was too late. It was too hot. So a lot of stuff out here, I've learned I got to get it planted between February and March, not waiting till mid to late April. Like potatoes, I can do probably, depending on what's going on, I might even be able to get potatoes in like late January, early March, or early February. Let's see, that's February, March, April, May. That means I'll be harvesting them around May to like early June. And then I can plant them again now, which if I would have thought about it, I would have had them ready to plant now, but I didn't. I was busy building. Didn't even think about it. But see, now I do. Now I am, though. You know, it's just really cool because I've been here for 9 months now? Man, it's like crazy how much you learn in such a short amount of time. You learn so much when you're just doing it. You know, and it's good to research, but like you don't know until you're boots on the ground, until you're in the thick of it, you're in the storm of it. And then it's like you kind of start realizing that You know, everything you were prepping for, everything you thought, man, you were off. You know, it is not this stuff, this life is not how it is when it's not how it is like thinking about it up here. Living it it's so different. So different. But it's awesome. You know, like the whole process from thinking about it, you know, and trying to like plan and prep and, you know, get your checklist down and then like when you finally step foot onto your property, you know, and you do that first task, that very first thing, whether it's, you know, setting up a tent or pulling in your RV or, you know, whatever it is. It's like, whoa, man, everything's like, right? That's what they call a reality check, right? It's like, whoa, everything is way different in reality, in action, than it is in your head. It's kind of like being a content creator, you know? It's different when you're actually doing it than when you're just consuming or thinking about it, you know? It's like of course your perspective changes on it because you're in it, you know? You're in it. But it's so awesome. And like so many people on this channel that follow this channel that are in that stage right now, they're like, dude, I'm going to do this. And it's like they're in that stage where they're prepping and they're looking for land or they're closing on land. I mean, that's even to me, like knowing that there's viewers that are closing on land or just closed on land, or like they're like first month or first couple months in. It's so cool, man. It's so exciting. And I love hearing those comments from those people because it's like, dude, like this is the coolest stuff in the world, man. Like if you're into this, you know, if you're into off-grid stuff, this is the coolest thing in the world. Like just like I researched solar for like a couple years, but I never played around with solar. So like the moment I got here, you know, I just had my little battery with my little 200 watt panel thing, you know, and I was in the tent. And going from that little thing to like, you know, to these things, you know, and like, whoa. I mean, it's like, okay, yep, this is what I need. And then I thought I was like, okay, I'm gonna, this is 600 watts. It's 200 watts per panel. I have to do everything backwards when it's like this, but I thought, I was like, okay, I'm gonna get these, you know, I had one panel to test it, see how it would work with the Blue Eddy batteries. And then I'm like, all right, man, I'm just gonna get two more because I had it hooked up to the other two like Blue Eddy Flexi panels that I had. So it was like 600 watts. But it was having a hard time on like cloudier days keeping up with the Blue Eddy battery that is charging the mini fridge inside. So I'm like, okay, I gotta I'll get two more of these immediately, get it hooked up, and I'm probably gonna have to get at least one more and run like 800 watts to that battery. But I got the two more, hooked it up, tested it out, and it's just crazy because it's like 600 watts in one panel set is not the same as 600 watts in another panel set. You know, because the efficiency of the panels is different. Like these ones are way more efficient. You know, for 600 watts, dude, I mean, this is like, I could probably pull one of these off and just do 400 watts for the mini fridge, and it'd probably be fine. Like even when it's super cloudy out, this right here, this 600 watts, it's still pumping in. As long as it's not like pouring rain, but it's just cloudy, it's still pumping like 100 to 150 watts into the battery. And the mini fridge only takes like 50 watts. So I mean, it's always winning. So, which is really cool because like when I get back, I'm gonna kind of like redo some of this stuff. Sorry if I'm talking so much, but I'm gonna redo some of this stuff. Like not like move it around or what, but just I'm kind of rethinking how I want to do my power in there. Because I got three batteries in there right now. They're all Bluettis. I got the AC 180, which I came here with. I got the Elite 200, and then I have the AC 200L with an expansion battery on that. And the way that I'm doing it is my little battery, that's for my lights. I charge up my phone and my electronics and my, stuff with like that on it. The middle battery, I run the internet on there. Right now it's turned off because I'm not on the internet. I turn it on when I'm going to use it. And then I got the bigger battery that's running the mini fridge. But now I feel pretty good that I can just run the internet. I could run a lot more just on the battery that is running the mini fridge, and I could probably do something else with one of the other ones. Because eventually, when I build the wash house, the bathhouse, which is going to go right behind the shower over there, where it's cleared out between the shower and the fence, that's going to have its own rainwater catchment system on it for like laundry and the showers and all that. Showers, there's going to be 2 showers. What? It was going to be an indoor shower and like an indoor steam shower. Oh, yeah. And then there's going to be an outdoor shower. It's going to be like an indoor steam rain shower. It's going to be freaking awesome. But, yeah, and then there'll be the outdoor shower. So that's why, I call it the bathhouse or like the wash house, and because it's like where you just get clean. You clean everything. You wash everything. And then obviously I'm going to need power over there because of the laundry and stuff like that. So one of the batteries will go over there. It's just like, it's so easy. Like, that's the crazy thing about this. Like, you start kind of finding out, and I think it's because, technology has just gotten so much better. Like the solar aspect of it, at least the way that I'm doing it, it's so easy. It's so easy. And it's like, it's easier than when I owned a home in Southern Illinois that was on grid. And like when you would have an electrical problem, like electrical problems with this are so easy to fix. There's, what are you going to have? Either like a panel something happens to a panel. Okay, you probably have to replace it. So that's like, $100 something bucks. Don't need an electrician for that. Don't need to pay any labor for that. Or you got to like fix or replace a cord. You don't have to like bust through drywall. You don't have to be pulling wire all over the place. I don't have to worry about, going switching out switches and boxes and like all that stuff. I just don't have to worry about that stuff. It's just this simple. I love it. I love it. And then like the other cool thing is, if I run out of power, so what? Like, it doesn't even matter. I had that happen where it's like before I had the 2 that I added to this one. Yeah, I ran out of power, dude. Like, and my mini fridge shut down, and I'm like, well, it doesn't matter. I'll just go back to the cooler for a while until my new panels come in. Not a big deal. Or just won't use one. Just don't have that kind of like perishable stuff. The main thing here is, and I think probably everywhere, the most important, I guess you can say, utility is water. That's the only one that you actually really need. Like, you don't need electric. You don't need gas or propane. You really don't need them. We survived for hundreds of thousands of years without it. But we can't survive without water. That's the only one that's like an absolute necessity. I mean, it's so wonderful to like, you know, it's just so cool. It's so like freeing where it's like, cool, man. Who gives a shit if my power goes out? I don't really care. I mean, it's nice to have it. Not going to lie. It's really nice to have it. But, you know, and it'll come back. You know, if it goes out and you're out for a few days or a week, like the sun's going to come back out. You know that there's going to be another sunny day. And then it just, and everything just charges up again. It's awesome. So, all right, I'm just kind of thinking and stuff. I'm kind of getting sidetracked right now. I got to just make sure I got everything. Got to finish packing. I got to bring my my discs for disc golf. I'm sure my sister and my brother and all them, they're going to want to do some disc golf when I go to see them. And, you know, I don't want to forget those. My brother lives in West Virginia, so the disc golf courses over there in the mountains are really, really fun. So I definitely don't want to miss that, or you got to buy new ones. But, yep, cool. Well, that's all I'm doing tonight. Not really much. I'm not building anything today. I'm just getting ready to go. All right, my friends, have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day or evening, night, whatever time it is that you're watching this. Have a good one.